In this video, we're going to talk about how you can create content that converts your customers into buyers.
Let's get it.
If you're watching this video, you're probably like a lot of our clients who are struggling to find out how to get customers and how to relate to those customers so that they'll buy products or services from you. With me in this endeavor is my constant and consistent partner, Bobby.
Thank you, partner. Really appreciate it, Jeff. Like Jeff said, content can be tough. But guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. We get it. You own a biz, we own a biz, and sometimes we can get in our own heads and say, our clients already know our story, or you know what? I just don't have time for that. And that's why we're here to help. So Jeff, when it comes to creating content, where would you start?
So the first thing that we start with the clients that we work with on the video side of things is that, content is really important, but the most important thing really is who are you talking to, right? Before creating any kind of content, you need to kind of back up a little bit and find out who is my audience and how do I want to talk to them? And more importantly, what do I want to say?
Now, Jeff, can you give me an example? Maybe let's talk about services first.
Yeah. So one of the clients that we've worked with in our video business is, I'm thinking specifically about an orthodontist group. Now, orthodontists are highly trained, highly specialized, very educated. And so when they want to talk about their services, it's really easy to start to talk about how many years of education, how long did they go to school, where did they go to school, all the different areas that they're trained in. Now, that's important stuff, but is that what the audience always wants to hear? Now, let me ask you a question. When you go to the dentist, what's one of the things that you think about as a patient?
My teeth. Man, I'm scared to have someone near your teeth and stuff like that.
Exactly, right? It might hurt.
It might hurt, yeah.
Okay, do you care how long they've been going to dental school?
No.
Well, I mean, you hope they went, right?
Yeah, at least they've gone,
Yeah. But you're afraid of, is this gonna hurt? How much is this gonna cost? How long am I gonna have to wait? Now, if you really dig into your business, your customers have some pain points that you need to be talking about. And so the content that you would want to push out to them needs to involve some of these areas. Again, you can talk about yourself, but if you let them know, hey, we understand that when you walk into our space, you're afraid. We understand that.
So that's on the service side of things.
Yep.
But what about the businesses that have a product? How are they supposed to reach their clients?
Yeah, so products are really no different than services. Again, what you want to figure out is what does your product solve in their world? For example, there's a chocolate chip company out there that shall remain nameless. And I think they claim that they have a 98-step process of how they make their chocolate chips.
It's a lot of processes.
Yeah, it's a lot of processes, and do I even care? Like, what do I care about the chocolate chip cookie? How does it taste, right? So what's the problem that you're solving there? You're giving me that sugar rush after maybe it's a celebration or something like that. So you want to talk about the experience that your customers can have with your product. And if you look at a lot of popular marketing these days, nobody does it better than Apple.
Let me find it. Let me find an example here.
All right,
Jeff. I am giving you this Apple mouse.
Yes.
And you are going to use this as an example.
All right, so here's what I think most people would do if they owned the Apple Mouse company, for example.
Yep.
I've been around since 1973. I went to engineering school in Harvard.
That's cool.
And maybe I met my wife there. Maybe I'll talk about that. And I could go on and on and on. Now, what have I said at all about this product?
Absolutely nothing.
Right. Okay, now, if I wanted to talk about my product, a lot of people in the marketing space talk about the features of this bad boy, but they don't talk about the benefits. They don't talk about the experience. So for example, this has an on-off switch. That's a nice feature, but do I care? It's Bluetooth. Okay, well, most mouses are. But the the benefits of this bad boy, first off, look at it. It's beautiful, just like every Apple product is.
So good.
It's gorgeous. It also works a little bit as a trackpad because it's got some gesture recognition on it. But the thing that I enjoy the most about this mouse that I would want Apple to talk to me about is that this mouse integrates with any computer that I own. Now, I might have to set things up a little bit, but I may not have to buy a bunch of keyboards or mouses if I own this. It just integrates, and most of all, it just works. It just slides effortlessly, and so the experience that I have with my Apple mouse is nice. There's no lint that gets in there. Remember those old mouses with their old pads, and you got lint and stuff that gets in there?
Or with the rollers.
Yeah, I mean, you still got to clean this up a little bit.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
so those are the things that I would talk about on the product side, is the experience and the benefits that it's giving versus the features.
And the last thing is, like, no one wants a whole bunch of mice in the house. So one mouse is great.
Probably Exterminator.
Yeah, Apple, you can't sponsor us. You know?
You can do that. We would love those sponsorships.
Yeah. All right. So we have one more piece of valuable content for y'all.
Valuable.
That's right. But before we jump into that, let's do a quick recap. Now, the first point was about knowing your audience.
Knowing your audience before you create the content. That is so important.
Now, the second point is solving the audience problem.
Yeah, so why did you get into business in the first place? Obviously, you want to make money, but the best way to make money is to help other people. And so what your product or service needs to do and what you need to talk about is how you're going to solve that problem and not just talk about the product or the service itself. So this one piece of valuable content that we're about to share with you is something that will impact you far beyond just your marketing. It's going to impact your relationships. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's super easy. The next time that you go into a bar, a church, a chamber mixer, I don't care what it is, tuck your business cards. In fact, leave your business cards out in the car. Don't even pull them out. Go into these situations where you're not going to talk about yourself at all. Walk up to the first person you see and say, "Hi, I'm Bobby. What's your name? And what do you do for a living?" And let them talk about themselves. As they talk about themselves, drill in deeper. Let them continue to talk about themselves. Show real interest, and hopefully you would have real interest in them. And as you are asking questions, as you are showing interest in them and their services, and maybe in such a way that nobody ever has, in their minds, you're building some major quality with their equity, not quality. You're building equity in their minds. Now they're dying to know a little bit more about you because you have made them feel so good about you. And even if, like, Bobby, do you need a plumber?
Nah, not really.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But if I'm a plumber, but I'm talking to you, and I'm finding all this information out about what you do, and then you finally ask me what I do, and I say I'm a plumber, you may just offer up right away. You know what? I don't really need a plumber, but you know what? My cousin down the street or whatever, maybe they need a plumber, and so do you have a card on you that I could give them? Like, you feel like you kind of owe that person because they've shown so much interest in you. So what are we really trying to say here at the end of the day is it's about the people that you're talking to. It's about your audiences, and when you show true interest in them and solving their problems, it's going to work for you not only in your business but in your personal life.
Yeah, that is some great information. And two things about that too is, one, people love to hear themselves talk. And two is, by asking questions, you are actually guiding the conversation. So not only are you getting to know them, but you are guiding the conversation.
I like that.
Yeah?
I like that.
Yeah, it's from a old book that I don't even remember the name of the book, but yeah. So speaking of questions,
we got a question for you.
What tips and tricks are you using for your marketing? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified when we're dropping a new video.
So any question you've got, whether it's about your marketing, not the personal stuff, probably not, but if you do have a problem with your marketing, whether it involves video or not, that's okay. Yeah. And when it comes to content, like, we all know it takes a lot of time to put that stuff together. It can be really frustrating, and that's where Bobby and I can help at Media by JP. That's what we do, is we solve people's frustrations. We save them time by helping them create content, and then we put it out into the world into the most popular marketing vehicle ever, video. Hello. below, which you're watching right now, so it works. Leave us a message down below if you need some assistance in that area as well.
And guys, make sure that you
Own your story. Oh, you slid in there real fast.
So speaking of questions, damn it.
Okay, go.
All right. All right. Bloopers.
My turn now? All right, I'll go.
Yeah.